think from the youngest age I was brought up worshiping at the altar of science and engineering to improve humankind.
I've been doing science for about 30, 40 years now, and there's never been a better opportunity today. The tools are so amazing and wonderful that any human disease, we can take it apart, understand what makes it tick, and find ways to either treat it or prevent it. So it's a wonderful time to be in science right now.
I think what drove me to be a scientist is really curiosity, and I wanted to know how the world, how the earth worked.
I love to be around the science, and I love to be around young scientists who are trying to change the world. And when I think back about the seed that created that interest, I'm not sure exactly what it is. You know, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a geologist. And somehow I let myself be talked out of that idea. But I guess I've always been interested in the sciences in general, and I found that the more engaged I became, the more interested I became, and really for the last 25 years or so, I've been deeply involved with the life sciences.
My advice to young people is to never forget who you are. Never forget all the aspirations you had to use science and engineering to achieve a public good. And to be aware of the fact that when and not if you're faced with ethical dilemmas in your career, that you have power. You can be willfully blind and let these injustices occur, or you can take a stand and change the world in some small way for the better.
I think the real legacy of any professor at a university is his or her students, and so seeing the students and fellows in my lab be themselves successful as scientists and physicians is probably like the greatest reward or greatest legacy for any teacher.
Every child is fascinated by dinosaurs and wanted to be a paleontologist studying dinosaurs. But the fundamentals, the basic science training in math, in physics, and chemistry, biology, those are the foundation of all science. I think no matter what they do in the future as their career, those are the most important foundation. And you can build upon these basic foundations if you have a solid foundation. You can build upon this to be specializing in an area. And plus, it's, you'll be more flexible if you have this solid foundation. You can, if someday you decide that, I want to be a computer scientist, for example, you still have that foundation. So I think for a college student, I think this is really, the STEM foundation is really important.
Our ultimate goal is to find answers for the children and families whose children unfortunately have fatal, incurable, rare diseases. So our goal is to improve the quality of lives of these children and extend their lifespan possibly into what any normal child who grows into an adult can live a normal life. And so that would be our goal, is to allow these kids to live a life just as normal as you and me.